Hello and welcome back to Project 101. Today for my chemistry class I had to pick and research an element off of the periodic table and then present it to our class. I can't tell you how sodium excited I was. I hope you like chemistry puns because they are going to keep coming. So the first element I picked for the project was cerium, but it got picked before I could choose and it was literally the first one gone and I wrote a script and everything, but oh well. Then my backup plan, iridium, also got picked, and to be honest, that makes less sense than copper. But fortunately, I managed to pick an interesting element that was left over: cesium. Cesium has an atomic number of 132.90. Its atomic number is 55. It has 55 protons, 55 electrons, 72 neutrons, and 1 valence electron. It also has an electron configuration of, how do I pronounce that? Xe6s? Open bracket Xe. Oh, it's xenon. So the electron configuration would be xenon 6s. Cesium was first discovered in 1860 by Robert Wilhelm Bunsen and Gustav Robert Kirchhoff in Heidelberg, Germany, when they analyzed Durkheim mineral water. By the way, it took me an hour to figure out what Durkheim was. I had to follow some weird map of Germany just to figure out that bad Durkheim is a hot spring. Moving on, they decided to name the element after the color it produced during the analysis: Cesius, which is Latin for sky blue, the same color that is also produced from its flame. And to keep things simple, the symbol was shortened to just CS. How boron. The phase cesium takes at room temperature is liquid, meaning it is one of only 5 elemental metals that are liquid at room temperature. Also at room temp, it has a density of 1.93 grams per centimeter squared, so really it's not that dense. It has a melting point of 301.6 Kelvin, which is 30 degrees higher than the melting point of water, which is 270 Kelvin, and it has a boiling point of 944 Kelvin, which is a huge jump since, for comparison, that's 600 degrees higher than water, or 1240 degrees Fahrenheit. It has no odor, has oxidation states, positive 1 and negative 1, is an ionic bond, has Pauling score of 0.79, and has electronic affinity of 45.5. It has the appearance of pale gold, which can be really pretty and shiny, but I wouldn't touch it seeing as it's pyromorphic, which means explosive, and I don't mean tiny explosions either. Even small amounts can cause a big bang, which really concerns me considering that one of its natural resources is a lake. So forget hydrogen, this is my number one element. Those explosions are also why it's considered to be the most reactive element. It's quite entertaining. I recommend watching some videos in your spare time. Cesium is found specifically in Bernique Lake and Bad Dürkheim, and is usually alongside pollucite and lepidolite. However, cesium is most commonly produced as a byproduct of the production of lithium metal. Cesium is a very useful metal, used in atomic clocks and photoelectric cells, and is used to remove gas from vacuum tubes, as well as hydrogenation of certain organic compounds. And for the toxicity and hazards, well, it's explosive. Enough said. And finally, for its abundance, cesium is found about every 3 parts per million, making it the 50th most common element on Earth. I hope you learned a lot, cause I know I did. Oh, and since we're done, I won't make any more puns. You've sulfured enough.